Hey guys, my name's Ali and I am a data and analytics consultant. In this video, I'm going to walk you guys through a Power BI Analytics adoption dashboard designed to help organizations understand how their reports are being used. The dashboard provides clear insights into adoption trends, how many active users you have, how deeply reports are being used, which departments and roles are engaging the most, and which reports are driving the most value. The goal is simple: move away from assumptions, bring facts into conversation, and help leaders make better decisions about enablement, governance, and where to focus next. Let's dive in. So let's take a look at this analytics adoption overview report. Now, as usual, the first page is just a bit of an introduction. It tells a little bit about the report and the context and what it is about. So feel free to read about that if you want to. But if we go to the first page, we get to the executive scorecard. And what you are seeing here is how many active users and how many activities are they generating across X number of reports that are available in, let's say, a Power BI tenant or a Power BI environment at a company. And the purpose is just to see how is this developing over time. Is the activities going up? How many active users do we have? Etc, etc. So you can see we have here on the right side, we have total activities by report. We have different departments. We can open sales. We can look at different report within sales and then just see some indicating numbers about activities. On the left, we can choose seniority. We can look at the executive usage, the manager users, directors, etc. We can look at specific teams like field sales, partner, sales, ops, support, etc. The purpose of this first page is to give an overview from the executive point of view, to look down on departments and which reports within those departments. If we then go to the next page, we are then going into department and team adoption. So if the first one is more about just getting an overview, now we're trying to get a little bit more specific on different departments and which teams are using the reports and how much they are using them. So you can see here, sales are using them quite a bit. And within sales, we have field sales and we have sales ops that are using it the most. Then we have customer success, we have the onboarding team, we have the renewals team. You can see different parts within the total activities of a department and how it's being used. Here we can also look at how many activities do we have per different departments and also activities per users. So we don't necessarily have the most activities on the executive side, but we have a lot of activities per number of users that are categorized as executives. So this is more of a relationship, one that looks at total activities, another number of activities per users. Now the pivot goes from sales down into different teams within the departments. Again, this is department and team adoption. So in the first page, you might ask yourself, on a total, what does it look like? On the second page is a little bit more specific. And on the left, we can choose different locations like Stockholm or Oslo. We can choose a department like IT or sales and drill more into that if we want to. The fourth page is more about the users and their different roles. So here we have different roles and we want to see how many activities do we have per different roles. So we can see there's a lot of managers using these reports, executives. And then we have some of the BI people who have looked at them a lot, probably because they do some Q&A. So you might want to exclude those, but I've decided to keep it just to show different types of users and roles. And then we can go from a role and then look at which reports are the different roles looking at the most. And then we can go into one department like operations or sales and then see within that who is looking at those types of reports the most. So this is another step down, and at this point you might be trying to identify which users or roles aren't using it enough for maybe some training purposes or something else. So it really is different perspectives on the same KPIs that we saw on this first executive scorecard page, just from different levels. And something which can be very useful if you want to understand who is using the reports the most, where do we need to do more training after we announce something, or we shared a report, did we see an increase in activities and number of users? There's different aspects, and this is one of those reports that can give you guys more of a quantitative look on how adoption is moving within the organization, where to put your efforts and where things are moving up or where things might be moving downwards. That was a quick look at the Analytics Adoption Dashboard and how you can give a fact-based view of adoption across your organization. If you'd like to try a demo of this yourself, there's a link in the description where you can click around and explore what this could look like. And if you're working on adoption or want to understand how to measure and improve the use of analytics in your company, I'd be happy to connect and share those ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.